Hi, good morning. I'd like to share my thoughts on how do you build a profession, particularly with reference to HR profession. Professions are built by good theory and practice. In management and its allied field, practice precedes theory. Quite a few theories are built on good practice. So it is both theory and practice. It is very important. Theory building forms a sound basis of a sound profession. And theory is built by a lot of research, by conceptualization, by articulation of some of the thoughts, looking into the future, diagnosing the present, and learning from the past. That is how the theories are built. National HRD Network, when it started promoting quite a lot of theory. In fact, the birth of National HRD Network is based on sound theoretical foundations set by Uday Parikh in Larsen and Toubro when he conceptualized the first human resource development department and talked of the underlying principles which are valid even today. This is theory, and this theory has been found in many textbooks. In the earlier years, National HRD Network built a lot of theory through its conferences. Every conference produced a book, and these books went into the schools of management and HR. I still remember the talks by various CEOs in 1987 first conference of HRD Network. All got translated into and also came in the form of a book, Alternative Approaches and Strategies of HRD. Over a period of time, National HRD Network is very fortunate to have had people who contributed a lot to the theory building part of it. Many of them ended up as great writers. Uday Parikh, of course, is one of the presidents. I have written a lot of books. M.R. Nair contributed to these books. Ishwar Dayal contributed quite a lot to these books. Preetham Singh contributed to leadership. And subsequent presidents of National HRD Network in later years became great authors. N.S. Rajan, I think he has written books, and his own PhD is on happiness at work. N.S. Nathan is another person who has contributed a good deal to more through, I think, highlighting his practices and so on. And in his own ways, Dwarakanath has been promoting industrial relations. Although he may not have written books, I think he conceptualized and keeps talking passionately about the IR. And from Maruti Udyog, I think they conduct annual kind of conferences thanks to the contributions of Sequilan. There is also quite a bit of contributions to theory building that happens through these presidents. Ram Kumar has written a book. And Arvind Agarwal and I think this is a landmark book. About 3 years ago, we wrote Leaders in the Making, studying 30 people and came up with competencies. And also, I think people like Akhil Busrai and again Arvind Agarwal and also Marcel Parker and a large number of people contributed to the HR scape, which later became, I think, quite popular, but unfortunately, I think we didn't pursue this particular kind of a thing. So if you look at, I think, National HRD Network, some of the practitioners, I think, have contributed a good deal. Even in a city like Bangalore, people like Harish Devarajan and others have written books. Also from Bombay and Pune circle, there are a large number of people that have contributed to theory building and so on. I'm not picking up all the names here, but I think National HRD Network is associated with having people who are good contributors to theory. For some reason, sometimes I think we neglect this theory and we don't build on it. Today, HR profession stands at a great opportunity. It is a crossroad where technology is getting into every part of life, and technology is disrupting life, sometimes in positive ways, sometimes in negative ways. I think HR becomes the key to making technological contributions more positive, more human, and create peace and stability in the society. That is what is the theory building for National HRD Network is for. Now, what I'm saying is not only for National HRD Network, I would extend this to NIPM and lSTD. NIPM has had some great thinkers. lSTD has had some great thinkers. I think, in fact, lSTD started with N.S. Ramaswamy, Sharu Rangnekar, Uday Parikh himself participated in this, Mrityunjay Atreya. Quite a lot of people contributed to training and development in this country. In recent years, there are youngsters that are coming up and are contributing, like Rajeshwari Narendran and a whole lot of other people. NIPM, if you look at, I think again had some stalwarts who conceptualized, particularly in the academic field. If you look at people like Sunil Maheshwari, Professor Jerome Joseph, Niharika Vora, although doesn't belong to the HR profession, I think her contributions on leadership skills. Here in South, Gopal Mahapatra has been contributing both as a practitioner and a theoretician, and E.S. Srinivas, and a large number of others in IIM Bangalore, IIM Indore, IIM Kozhikode, which is mastering in the leadership, drawing a lot from Vedas and things like that. In recent times, other institutions also. So, friends, the building of a profession comes largely from academic-oriented people, practitioners who respect theory, theoreticians who build their theory on practice and disseminate this through their books and other kind of things. If we don't have this, if we don't lift up, if we don't disseminate these findings using the professional bodies like NHRDN, lSTD, NIPM and so on, we don't build the profession. A profession needs, therefore, solid work by these people who contribute to lifting up the state of the science, state of the theory and state of the practice in the human resource management, human resource development and so on. I would have loved to take other names who certainly contributed in many other ways, people like Dr. Santrupta Mishra, Visi Banaji, and Satish Pradhan, Uma Jain, and I think a whole lot of people also from the ISAPS tradition, people like Dr. Abad Ahmad, and so on. I have not taken the names, but I think if you start listing these names, there will be at least about 500 to 1,000 people who are good contributors to theory building. Some of them are living and they are wonderful people, and they carry with them abundant knowledge. My recommendation to any of these professional bodies, starting with National HRD Network, NIPM and lSTD, please use these resources around. Please respect the Indian origins and contributions to theory and practice. I think that is the way we can build up. I'm not saying we need to build Indian HR, but certainly India has certain peculiarities. We need to build a HR profession which is relevant to India and which can take India into the future. I hope you take this in the right spirit and start rebuilding the professional bodies to contribute to lifting up the HR profession. Thank you for listening to me.